The music you know, the city you love. Saturday Sport with Lee and Garry.
We've got our very special guest on the phone, Neil Ruddock. Good afternoon, Neil.
How are we doing, gentlemen?
Not too bad. How are you doing yourself?
How are we? You sound a bit dull. What's happened? You all out late last night?
Funny
You
enough,
just got up, you lot, or what?
I was out late last night, to be honest. I can't lie.
If you don't like your work, don't do it. You should be happy. Your work... Do you know what I mean? There's some of us stuck on our backsides doing nothing, and you've got the dream job.
Trust me, we love our job. We love it. Well, I do anyway. I don't know about Garry.
No, I was distracted. Leeds have just scored, you see, Rodrigo. So it's 3-0 to Leeds now against Burnley.
Okay. I'm just here with my nephew, right, yeah. And we're going for the odds. We're going 3-0 Leicester, 50-1 this afternoon.
All right.
All right. We actually went with a 3-1 Chelsea this afternoon, so...
Yeah, but listen, we're from London. If you don't support Chelsea and you're in London, you don't want Chelsea to win nothing. Simple.
That's true, to be fair. We don't want Chelsea to win anyway. We'd rather Liverpool win it, if we're honest. Like.
Yeah.
I think it'd be nice for Brendan Rodgers as well. I did say that. My heart says that Chelsea are going to win it, but I'd like to see Brendan Rodgers win it for Leicester.
Well, I think, you know the cup final, you go over the years, there's a lot of upsets, there's a lot of underdogs have won it, so we're just praying on that. You know, it might backfire with Brendan. He left Celtic, didn't he, early when he could have won all them. So hopefully, you know, it might backfire him that he made the right choice and made the wrong choice. But you know, I'm sure a lot of Liverpool fans would want Brendan to win it.
Absolutely. Talking about cup finals, Neil, I do have to mention this one. I always think...
Do we have to?
I do have to mention it. I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm a season ticket holder. I always think if you're on that pitch when Cantona strikes there, I think you block that. You block it because I don't know what Rob Jones was doing.
Oh, no, he nearly hit him. That's why. That's why he jumped out of the way. No, I think... I used to play well against Cantona. I used to put him off his game. You know, it's well documented. I used to turn his collars down and get him into it. Because if you played against him, man, he was a great player. There's no denying he's one of the best players in the world at that time. So what you had to do is you should try and get in his head and put him off. And I used to turn his collars down, and he just wanted to fight me in Le Tunnel. That's what he used to say to me.
Not only that, but if you got under the skin, you could get him sent off. I'm sure that was in your thinking. Yeah.
Well, you know, but you bound sometimes. A lot of players used to do that to me. So it's like, but no, you know, as I say, a lot of people say I was dropped for that game. I like to think I was rested, because in the modern game you're rested, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely.
You're not dropped. I was rested for an FA Cup final.
That's right, but you still had some great games, and you made an England appearance, of course, against Nigeria, which was great. That's fantastic to have on your CV. You won the League Cup with Liverpool, so Neil, you've done some wonderful things in your career.
No, you know, I mean, you're lucky. You know, I got the chance as a kid, and it's one of them. You know, you get the chance, you still got to take it. You know, you can be lucky, but when you get lucky, you got to take it. You know, I had a great innings. I played for some great teams, all footballing teams, and captain every team, and captain England B, played for England, and now I'm a superstar on Liverpool Live Radio. So I mean,
that's right.
Well, this is the peak of
the thing is, though, my career's ended. Where do I go from here?
Well, you could be an official sports pundit on Liverpool Live with us if you want every week.
That cost you. That would cost you.
That's me out of a job. Right. Okay. Also, Neil. Talking
call me Razor. Call me Razor. Only judges, and my mum call me Neil.
I was very close to calling you Mr. Ruddock, to be honest.
No, I'm a baby. I'm a big grizzly bear. Call me what you want.
And nearly called you Razor Ramon as well. We got that mixed up earlier on. That's completely different.
I've been called in before. I've been mistaken for wrestlers, boxers. I've been mistaken for Donovan Razor Ruddock. He's a big black Canadian boxer. That's where I got my name from. I've been mistaken for him.
Excellent stuff. You've done a lot of things as well outside of football, with regards to mental health as well. I'm a Celebrity Getting Me Out of Here, Celebrity MasterChef, which I think you got to the last 3, Big Brother, Harry's Heroes, and you've also had a book out recently, so there's been a lot of work.
Done a book, yeah. Can't pay, take it away. Been on that one as well. Don't forget that one.
Oh yes.
Oh, brilliant.
Can't pay, take. That's the one. That's the one that people always mention. He's had a lovely, wonderful TV career. Can't pay, take it away.
What would you say out of all of them, like the reality shows? What was your favourite one that you took part
I think
in?
the Jungle was the hardest. I mean, that is not cheating.
Yeah.
You know, people think they see Jungle was hard. Big Brother was great, but I think MasterChef was the best one I've done because I love me cooking, and it really, you know, there's a lot of things in life you can't get better at. You know, otherwise you're too old, or you're mentally not clever enough, or you're physically not fit enough. But with cooking, you can always get better.
Yes.
You know, so that I had like a good 6 months of filming. It was great fun. I got better cooking, and I'm getting fatter as well, which is good because you never trust a skinny chef.
That's very true. That is very true. You're going to have to enter for the Great British Bake Off next, aren't you? By the sounds of it.
I know. I'm not very good with my pastries, if I'm honest with you. But you can improve. I think the pastries they look quite technical, don't they? And timings, and you know, with main dishes, you could just get away. You chuck everything in until it tastes nice, can't you? And get away with it.
Yeah.
But I'd have a go. Is it good money, that show?
I'm not sure. I think it is. It's doing quite well.
Not sure's good enough. I mean,
it's not as good as what we get paid anyway.
No, you two. I'm sorry. I'm keeping your time, lads. I know you're busy people and that.
It's absolutely fine. Callum, who's in the studio with us, he's an Evertonian, unfortunately. He has a question for you as well.
Hi, Razor.
I'm good. I hold out, lads. I know how you do, mate. I hold a record at Liverpool. I'm the only man to score a Mersey derby winner in the wrong end. At the wrong end last night.
just
the
a
winner
question
for
from me, mate. If I can ask you one question.
I'm Everton. I'm not your mate. Yeah, don't worry about this.
Obviously, Garry mentioned before you were part of the Harry's Heroes that you did last year, which obviously it gained a lot of attention, not just from people who aren't interested in football, like more widely as well on the whole mental health thing. What was the reception like coming off the back of that? Was it? How did it feel to be a part of that?
Yeah, it was great, you know, because I found an illness and it really sort of opened what we were trying to do. I had a weak heart and I ended up having a pacemaker fitted.
Yeah.
So it found out what the true intentions of the show was about mental health and physical health.
Yeah.
How you cope, and if I hadn't done that show, I might not have been here. It was just a lucky thing that I went and got checked out. I was feeling a bit dizzy, and I thought when it was found out it was my heart, I was relieved because at the time I thought it was something to do with my head. You know what's going on about heading balls, ex-pros, heading balls and clashing ears. I thought there was something wrong with a brain, a problem with my brain or my head. But I found out it was my heart and the pacemaker fitting now. Now I'm right as rain, so it was lucky that show come along. But it just goes to show it, at a certain age, over 45, 50, go and get yourself checked out. It costs nothing.
Yeah.
You take your car in for a full service, take your body in for a full service, because you never know.
So looking back, that was a great show to be a part. You mentioned you've been on all these shows in the past, but looking back at that, was that probably the most significant in a way, because it raised so much awareness, got such a good reception?
Yeah. Well, we've done the first one, we didn't realise how big it was, and then the second one come along, and then obviously I had a big bust up with Merce.
Yeah.
Which was true to heart, we're pals and we nearly come to blows on the TV show.
I think what was great about that was
you don't like your mate. You don't like your mates. You don't like your mates telling the truth. That's what hurts. Someone else tells you. You sort of stick two fingers up and go away.
Yeah, it was
when your mate who you love tells you.
It was real.
It was very emotional.
That was what made it so good, I feel, because it was so real and authentic, and I think that's why people took it to heart so much.
It was. It was really enjoyable.
It was art to art, and as I say, we're still close mates, and now they aren't going to get us together, split us up. We're still.
Yeah, excellent.
He still talks absolute rubbish to me every day when we speak to him.
I know that feeling with Garry.
Hopefully, I thought he was going to break us up, so I didn't have him wrapped around me the rest of my life. But he still talks to me. I'm gutted.
Brilliant stuff. Razor, I've got a few questions here from listeners who've contributed. Some really good questions, actually. I don't think I'll get through all of them. Leeds, you scored 2 goals in a 5-0 win at Anfield, which is one of our listeners' memories. That's Chris in Crosby.
Yeah, I only scored two times in my career. Well, I've scored 2 goals in one match, and they're both against Leeds.
Was it, yeah? And they've just gone 4-0 up, by the way. Rodrigo again, but
there you go. Well, it would have been 4-2 if I was playing with the other team.
Well, is that one of your highest or best memories? Obviously, the 3-3 stands out for many people as well.
Yeah, I think so. I'm always saying what I miss. When I think of Liverpool, is running out in front of the old Kop, the standing Kop.
Yeah, one of the lucky players to play in front of
people there to run out there and them sing your name. That's the first memory.
Yeah, what was it like
that jumps there.
To play in front of the standing Kop and then the seating Kop in such a quick transition? If you like?
It was strange because all sort of clubs were changing that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it weren't up. You know, as far as I mean, nowhere near. You know, the old Kop. It was. I'm not to call me. I mean, sorry. The old Kop. It was 1:30. You get her at 1:30.
Yeah.
Chock a block. You know. Yeah, 1:30. You know, the old Anfield used to come out at sort of 20 to 3. And it was still empty because people were outside having their drinks and all that. So I think the atmosphere didn't. You know, massive difference. Because you could hear them in the changing rooms. You know, you could hear the Kop in the changing rooms, and I'm sure it affected the away team when they used to arrive.
Yeah,
you know,
certainly did.
At 1:30, and they used to go out at 1:30. They used to think, you know, oh no, this is going to be tough. So, I mean, that's the thing I miss the Kop.
We do apologise there. No problem.
Sorry, everyone.
Okay.
Sorry.
No worries.
Do you know what I was doing? I was parking my car, backing up. I was trying to do 2 things at once. I tried not to swear and park at the same time. And then, if you know me, that's very, very difficult.
No problem.
That's fine.
I do apologise for my bad language, everybody.
Razor, also, you've played under Souness, Harry Redknapp, Terry Venables.
Yeah.
How do you think you'd be able to play under Jurgen Klopp?
I think you'd love me. You know, I think you'd love me. I think, you know, players are a lot fitter now. You know, I think, but I get on with everyone. You know, I've got a certain personality that I get on with everyone. I think we'd have clashed every now and then, but I think we'd have gone. I don't think there's a manager that I disliked or we clashed. You know, we've had disagreements and arguments, but, you know, most managers like if you stand up for yourself and say what you think. I think most managers like that. They don't want a player just sit there and not answer and just taking everything. They want you to react. And it's like Mane the other day, you know, maybe he reacted a little bit too much, but you want players who ain't playing. If a player gets subbed, you know, you want to see him over the hump because that's the way you want to play every game. Yeah. So
I guess there's a better way of doing it, I would think, though, because it almost makes Klopp look. Yeah. I don't know. I
think Mane was wrong the other day because you beat Man United away. You should all be happy.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
regardless.
You should all be happy. Then have a word. You know, you beat Man United away. Don't have your sub. Even if you didn't come on, you should be celebrating at that right to the final whistle. So I found him wrong there. But he should have had a man, you know, down the tunnel. He should have had a go at him, you know.
Yeah.
How do you think you would have coped with VAR?
I can't cope with it now. The other night when it went 3-2, I went to bed. I couldn't handle it no more.
Really?
I can't because when you're playing, you're a football. You're not really a massive football fan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm a football fan now, and I don't know how you do it. Yeah. I become my debut football fan was when we beat Barcelona 4-0 the other year. I went to Anfield.
Oh, yeah.
I've never experienced it. So we go 2-0 up. I think this is great. We go 3-0 up. Oh, this is great. Go 4-0 up, and they go. Someone said, if they score, we're out. I went, what? And I couldn't stand. I had to keep walking in and out of the stadium. I just couldn't. That last 10 minutes was the worst 10 minutes I've ever had in a football stadium. So I finally become a football fan, and I don't like it. It's horrible.
That's what a proper fan is, though, really, isn't it? You know, you finally.
It's horrible. I couldn't sit still. And the other night it went 3-2. I went to bed. Couldn't handle it.
We had last week we had the voice of Anfield, George Sefton, in. You know, he's been there for 50 years now.
I know Georgie. I know George.
He's a great guy. He's just released his book. And we asked George about VAR, and he is not a fan at all. And you know, it's
the other thing that winds me up is the offsides, right? They're doing it down to like millimetres, but they cannot tell the precise moment the ball's kicked.
Well, this is the thing. We had this the other day.
If you're a split second behind, you're onside. You're a split second in front, you're offside. I mean...
Why don't they just go with the call on the field? because we...
Mate, they weren't getting too many wrong, were they, years ago?
No.
Goal line technology, yes. Penalties is a load of rubbish.
Yeah.
Because slow motion. If you don't get contact, if you're a bad defender. If you tackle someone and you ain't getting contact to them, you're a bad defender. But you've got to be close enough to get the ball to have contact.
Exactly. It was like that the other night.
Goal line technology, that's it.
Yeah. I totally agree. They should always just go with it. If Anthony Taylor the other day, he looks at the screen and changes his mind. Now, there wasn't concrete evidence to overturn that. That's the annoying thing.
That should have been a pen, yeah.
We'd like to get your thoughts on the current situation.
If that was anywhere on the pitch, it's a free kick. Yeah,
exactly.
And a penalty is a free kick in a penalty box. That's all. There's no difference.
Yeah, spot on.
It's just a free kick in the penalty box. It's still a free kick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it really is. I'd like to get your thoughts on the current situation.
But it don't matter. It don't matter. Lads, it don't matter because we've done them 4-2.
That's the most important part of it, the result.
Yeah, I'd also like to get your opinion on the current situation, but also when we won the title last season, where were you and how did you celebrate?
Where was I? I was at home. I'm going to be then. The COVID, wasn't it?
Lockdown.
It was all over.
It was your favourite team, Chelsea.
I was on my own with my bubble. Me, my wife, and my kids in my bubble.
Yeah.
And my den. I didn't have all my mates round. Getting drunk, okay?
It never happened.
I was in my bubble.
Honestly.
No, I was on my own.
Funny enough, I was also in a bubble. I didn't have all my mates round and I didn't get drunk either.
No, I know. I was on my own.
I crawled into a hole and just disappeared for about 6 weeks.
What about what's next for Liverpool then? Because it's been a strange season, hasn't it?
Start again. You didn't start again. Look up the same as City last year, We weren't going to win it last year, were we? City were going to be unbeatable, then we go and do it. You just got to start again. Bad day at the office. I think we only won 2 points to get a bottom 6 at home, if I'm correct. Someone told me that. I don't know if they were lying to me.
Well, you look at it this way.
We only won 2. But we just got to, we miss Van Dijk, we miss Endo, but we miss 50,000 people cheering you on. That's what we miss most.
That's massive. That really is massive.
Wait till go to Anfield now. For no fans, they think, this is nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Where they turn there, you think, oh, God, please.
Like Real Madrid.
But the first time I played at Anfield, Jimmy Case, I was Southampton, and Jimmy Case, a great Liverpool player. He was our Southampton captain at the time. He'd won titles and European Cups at Liverpool. And he was 36-year-old captain at Southampton, so I walked out to Anfield and I remember saying, Jimmy, when we, corners, is it one hand up near post, 2 hands up far post? He went, son, let's get a corner first. And that's the reason I think we didn't get a corner. That's what Anfield's like.
Yeah, it really is. That's been massive, and you're spot on there, Razor. Because you look at the home form with Liverpool, and it's no coincidence, is it, that we've had this sort of thing. But it does seem like the whole world has gone against Liverpool, not just VAR and the injuries. You try and play when you were playing with 3 centre backs that were missing, and you were one of them. You'd have someone like Jamie Redknapp playing at centre back. We wouldn't have won anything. We wouldn't have done anything.
No.
So it's really tough.
That was down the pitch. That was a strength. Our strength was, both boxes. My strength was both boxes. Defending both, attacking and defending both boxes. I had a lovely pass. I could pass the ball. Had a lovely touch and pass the ball.
Yeah, well,
we wanted to play football.
People forget, and that's why I think in the modern game as well, you could really play football.
I could be a goalkeeper now.
Well, funny enough, Razor, Jürgen listens to our show every week, so we might actually take that on board.
Well, didn't you,
Jürgen? If you're listening, I only want 400 grand a week, cash, and I'll play goal for you. Fine, drive, foot. Come on, son.
We want agency fees as well because he's heard you on our show.
Oh yeah, if he gives me lads, if he gives me 400 grand a week, you could have 390 grand of it. All right, I only want 10.
You've already come out of retirement once in 2015, I believe.
What's that, mate?
According to Wikipedia, you come out of retirement once.
No, I tried. No, what I do? Was that Wellingborough or something? Was it?
That's right. Yeah.
No, what I do? I travel the country doing after the speaking for soccerspeaker.com if anyone's in soccerspeaker.com if anyone's interested.
Yeah.
No, when I do football clubs, I sign on for their football clubs. So, to be fair, I think I'm officially signed on about 120 non-league teams at the minute. I can't get a game in none of them.
At 53, Tom Brady's still going in the NFL. Maybe there's still a chance, Razor.
Yeah, he ain't did my life, though, was he? He won the Spice Boy, wasn't he?
Very true.
I was old Spice. Anyway, how long we got? I'm dying for a wee. I'm sat in my car, dying for a...
Okay, well, to wrap it up before you go, obviously we wanted to mention a little bit about your book that was released last year, The World According to Razor. Can you give us a quick description that's going to tell our listeners why they need to read this book?
Right, don't buy it for anyone under 6. Don't buy it for anyone under 16. It's a two choice word. I met the author and I just spoke, and he put it down in my words, so one word cut out. So there's a lot of dressing room language, and it's not really an autobiography. It's about the situations I've got through playing football, the situations I've got myself into. Like I got Robbie Williams to sack from Take That. I got in a bevy with Nelson Mandela for 2 nights on the spin. me and Nels got in the lash for 2 nights. I closed Heathrow Airport down for an hour. Evacuated. So it's things like that.
Yeah, so
crazy things that happen to me I've got away with.
It's
all the funny stories.
It's a must buy. I'm definitely going to get hold of that myself. Excellent stuff.
There's no photos, just start to finish. It's just tears, bad mental health. Yeah. Crazy things I've done and sad things I've done and beautiful things I've done. Listening, I'd like talking to you two, dying for a wee.
It's an absolute pleasure, and we're going to let you go to the toilet.
Before you do, Razor, just once again, to get your book, obviously it's available in all good bookstores and some bad ones
Amazon,
as well.
Get yourself to Amazon. It's easy. Stay at home. Don't go and get COVID. Be safe. Get on Amazon. It's 25p dearer on there. I'll get it.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for coming on, Razor. And hopefully we'll see you next time you're in Liverpool. You can come in the studio if you're available.
Yep, I will do. Love to, lads. Keep in touch, boys.
Brilliant. Have a great day.
Cheers, bye.
Bye.
On your radio, across Liverpool, the North West and North Wales on DAB+. This is Liverpool Live.